You know the cop that we covered who decided to start calling black people the N-word while on duty? Well, this actually happened back in January. She has now finally been fired. Let's put up a picture full mass here. Now, she decided to say how much she hated N-words, and she went on this extremely racist rant while wearing her uniform and on active duty. Her name is Rose Valentino. She's an Ohio police officer. She has now been fired, all right? Let me give you some background. The Cincinnati City Manager's Office reportedly made the announcement on Monday, according to the Inquirer, approving the recommendation from the Cincinnati Police Department to fire Officer Rose Valentino. Let's look at the interim police chief. Right now, they do not have a full-time police chief or a fully approved police chief. This is Teresa Thige, who's currently serving as chief of police. The recommendation to fire Officer Valentino went from the police division directly to the city manager's office. Now, I'm going to read a direct quote that the chief said. I want to be clear. This type of hateful speech will not be tolerated by anyone who works for the Cincinnati Police Department, sworn or civilian. Interim Police Chief Teresa Thige said in a statement, according to the Inquirer, Valentino, the cop, was heard cursing and insulting drivers in vehicles who were in line to pick up students from Western Hills University High School. This was on April 5th. Valentino, who according to local ABC affiliate WCPO has been with the police department for 14 years, activated her siren in lights in an effort to get the drivers to move. When they did not move, she got angry and rolled down her window to tell them to move. Let's put up a picture again. I'm going to highlight some irony here. So that cop said when a black male student was walking by, she said, I effing hate them. Oh, I effing hate them. And she said the N-word so much, effing N-words. And she continued to say, I effing hate N-words over and over again. And even when she stopped her racial or racist rant, she then started saying racist things under her breath. You know, the racial slur came out of her mouth. Now, here's the irony. You know why she was being recorded? Because she activated her siren. And so once she activated her siren, there's a recording. Because you're supposed to activate your siren when you are trying to pull someone over, or you have now engaged in contact with someone in the community, or you are attempting to, maybe an arrest, an investigation, whatever it may be. So literally, this cop set herself up. Isn't that something? Do you think this was the first time that she ever said the N-word? Of course not. Do you think this was the first time that she engaged in behavior, let's say, unbecoming of an officer? Of course not. Now here's the other side of it. When pressed about saying the N-word, one, she made an excuse. She did not say, I'm so sorry, it was wrong. She made an excuse. Now remember, they did not fire her. They did not stop paying her. They allowed her to remain on the force. Yes, they took her off of active police duties pending an investigation, but it was recorded. She admitted that she did it and still did not get fired immediately. That is a problem. In addition to that, her excuse was, well, the reason why I said the N-word is because of rap music and I hear other people saying it. So let me translate. What this particular Karen, officer, decided to do was to blame urban culture music and her black friends. Yeah, that's it. But when you hear the recording, she actually goes hard ER. She is obviously accustomed to saying the N-word. She absolutely had no problem getting into this racial or racist rant, but she was walking among the citizens of that community. And it was only because of the outcry of community leaders, the citizens and advocacy groups, that she actually was fired. I need to take us back to the moment when it happened. The moment that it happened, this was a nothing burger to the local police department until it became a national story. All right, Jeff, thoughts here?
I find it amazing that the N-word can come out of someone's mouth because they simply hear it on the song. And not the way it's said in the song, but the way they wanted to say it. All of this was pinned up inside of her. She had this brewing for a long time. I can only imagine what she would have said if this was something beyond the parking line at a school or somebody going by and saying something to her. I remember when Paula Deen got in trouble for saying the N-word, and they asked her in the investigation, have you ever said the N-word before? And she said, yeah, when she was being stuck up in a robbery at a bank. It doesn't come out at an utterance like that. That's not how this thing works. So she should just take responsibility. My father-in-law calls his wife, my mother-in-law, sweetie pie. I don't suddenly start calling her that because they use the term all the time around me. That's not how this works. I'm glad she's being held accountable.